welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you activities that you can do with your 0 to 3 months old babies. I have 3 children and my youngest one is about 2.5 months old now. And even though all of my children reach their milestones at a different time, they all follow the same progression of skills, so they have to develop certain skills to move on to the next step, and that's what I will be sharing with you today in this video. I will also be unboxing a LOVEVERY charmer kit that is designed for children 3 to 4 months. Chronologically, it just makes sense to unbox this kit closer to the end of this video, just because I will be sharing all of the skills that you can work on up until then. I've also actually have a LOVEVERY play gym that is behind me, and I've used it from the moment Juliet was born. You will see it a lot in all of the activities that I'll be sharing today. And I also had the Looker kit from 0 to 3 months, and I found it very useful. If you're new here, I'm a mom of 3. My kids are 6, 4, and 2 months, almost 3 months old. And on my channel, I largely focus on motherhood content, activities for children, inspired by Montessori approach, and also lifestyle videos. So if that's what you're looking for, click that subscribe button and let's get started. I always love being inspired and follow to as much as I can Montessori approach, so I really love this book. I've used it with my son. I did not use it with my first daughter because I found out about Montessori when she was already 8 months old. But this is a great book, and it kind of gives you a great timeline of what your child should be doing at what stages and how you can help them. So the very first thing that you want to work on with your child, we're going to start from the top down, is their eyesight. It's one of the most undeveloped senses that they are born with. Their eyesight is fuzzy, and they see only high contrasting images. I'm sure you've seen that a lot, so and read about it as well. So what I've been doing with Juliet and Justin at that age is showing them lots of black and white cards. My children love doing it as well. If you can involve siblings, it's a great bonding time. So I've used my black and white cards. You might want to start with simpler images and gradually move to more difficult ones. You will notice that your child actually really enjoys looking at them. Juliet can stare intensely at them, and once they kind of get fussy or start giving you signs that they are done with it, you can switch them up or maybe change the activity. Sometimes the children can get tired, so just removing it and doing something different is a good idea. Another thing, as they progress with their vision, they will be able to start tracking. Juliet started tracking by the end of her first months. I do not remember when my other children started tracking, just because it's been a while. But what I started doing with her, we started doing the rattle. When you do the tracking, make sure you do it really slowly so your baby doesn't get frustrated when they lose focus on that object. Again, their eye muscles aren't fully developed, their eyesight is still fuzzy, so giving them that opportunity to focus on the object and track it all the way around as they're laying on their back is a great idea as well. Also, I've been laying Juliet for the same training of her vision. I would be laying her on her back in the LOVEVERY play gym between the rattles, and somewhere between 1 and 2 months, she started not only looking at them when I would touch it, she started trying to hit it with her hand. So now we're going to be moving down to the neck part and then the arms. So as far as strengthening the neck, your child will give you clues what they're ready for and how they want to, what they actually want to do. That's what I felt with my kids. So the first thing for strengthening the neck is tummy time. There's several different ways you can do tummy time, and I think I've mentioned it in one of my videos before, but I'll still go over it here as well. One of the more classical ways is just flip them on the tummy after you change their diaper and let them fuss for a little bit. You want to start with just a few minutes, like sometimes even less than a minute, and you want to start it as early as 2 weeks old, so you don't have to wait until your baby is much older than that. As they progress, you can increase the length of the tummy time. The other way to do tummy time is also putting your child on your lap and kind of letting their chest rest on your thigh, and then they lift their head while you can gently pat them. That's also great for burping time as well. I find that if they just ate during the tummy time on the flat, hard surface, it makes them throw up. So this is great when they just ate. You can just prop them on with your hand and let them lift the neck muscles. Another great way, if your baby does spit up quite a bit, is using a puppy pillow. I've used it with both of my children, my younger ones. I'm pretty sure I'd used it with Scarlett as well, but that has been 6 years ago, so I cannot remember 100%. And I did not have YouTube channel back then to confirm whether I did or not. So putting them on the puppy pillow and propping some cards or a rattle or a toy in front of them will also be great, especially if they have eaten like 10-15 minutes. Again, as your baby gets older, their awake span is going to get longer, but while they're very little, they pretty much wake up to eat and then they go back to sleep. So you might want to capitalize on that awake time because they sleep so much on their back to eliminate possibility of the flat head, torticollis, and all other stuff. They need to get their tummy time, and using the puppy pillow gives you that opportunity. Another thing Juliet really enjoyed doing, and that is kind of unique to each child. I don't think that Scarlett or Justin did it to the same extent, but she really likes to be held under her armpits and pretend like she's standing. So my son started walking at 9 months. So my kids are born with a pretty strong muscle tone. Scarlett was 12 months, but she also was early crawler and stuff like that. So they typically do like the physical milestones. They are kind of on top of them, if not ahead. So she's been trying to straighten up and wants me to hold her under her armpits quite a bit. And then another thing that she recently started doing, which is now between 2 and 3 months, so we're kind of moving on in the timeline of development of the neck, she now likes to be pulled up into sitting. She does not sit, and she's not supposed to be sitting yet, but what all of my babies really enjoyed, if they're on a puppy pillow, grabbing onto my thumbs, and I would pull them up and then let them stay that way. A lot of the times they also enjoy being pulled up to standing and then flex their legs, kind of bounce them a little bit, but that comes with all of 3 of them. Actually, I have pictures and videos of them doing it between 2 and 3 months. It's very typical for my kids. The next thing that they're also working on is their hand-eye coordination, and that is somewhere like 4 to 5 weeks. That's where it started for me with Juliet. She would not only focus her eyesight on the rattle, you could see her little arm kind of going there and trying to hit it. As the time progressed, now she hits it all the time, and the latest milestone with her arm development is her realizing that she has fingers and that those fingers are capable of doing things. It's actually a very traditional development for children at that age, them ability to not only just grasp like a reflex, because newborns have that reflex when they started grasping, to grasp. So the things that she has been able to grasp lately is her rattle, and she is grasping and she lightly puts it to her mouth. It's the stage of exploration for them, where a lot of things will be going into their mouth, but that's how they learn and develop. That's one of those senses. So to practice her ability to grasp, her ability to bring objects, provide your child just the appropriate amount of time. She's also discovered our noses, so she's been trying to grab on the noses, pull on the hair, and all those things. Is development of their hands and providing them things that they can easily hold on to and bring to their face is a great way to encourage development of that skill. With strengthening of the arms will begin their ability to turn. Babies start churning from their tummy to their back at about between 3 and 4 months. Juliet actually rolled several times already from her tummy to her back. She just straightens up one arm and kind of topples over. I don't think she realizes that she can do it. I don't think it's like, oh, I can do it and I'm going to continue doing it, but she has done it accidentally more than 5 times. So I can say that she has done that roll. The baby will continue practicing that specific roll for a while. The way I practice rolling with her right now is I put her on the side and then I start twisting from her hips, letting her trunk fall down, and then get her arms under her shoulders to start pushing up. We still are working for her to be fully straighten her arms. Justin, my son, who hit all his milestones very, very early, he already was straightening his arms up at that stage. She does not fully straighten up her arms, but she has a pretty good head control, so she's capable of lifting it at a good angle. And of course, there is always a social, emotional, and communication milestones that you can be working on with your child. Babies at this stage already can mimic a lot of sounds, and I think I mentioned it that we've been working on I love you, and she does it with her passive wow. So they're not really saying it, they don't say it meaningfully, it's not functional words, but those words are this is the beginning of their speech development. So the more you coo back and forth with your baby, the more you see and you read, talk to them. If they have older siblings, it's actually so much easier and so much better because they hear speech all the time. But if your child is the first child or you have one baby, make sure they hear enough words, because I know when Scarlett was my first baby, it's kind of hard to talk to somebody who doesn't get a response and you spend all day long by yourself with them. So try to find the ways to describe things that you do so they can hear you speak to them, make lots of eye contact. One of the funnest things is smiling, so figure out what makes your baby smile and establish that bond. All right, now it's time to unbox the Charmer Play Kit from LOVEVERY. I'm very excited to see what is in store in there. I have not actually checked what to expect, and if I'll get a chance, I will also include how we will be using it with Juliet in this video, like as a layover as well. The Charmer Play Kit comes with a variety of objects that are very appropriate for that age. You can actually start even a little earlier. There is a mirror card, and then you can see the black and white card on the other side. Then it also has a rattle with a roll, so it's a rolling ball rattle. Those are great for beginning crawling. There is also hand-to-hand discs to help your child with grasping. The kit also comes with a variety of items for teething. This is a natural rubber teether. It also has a triple teething natural silicone item, as well as organic cloth. You'll see it later. It also has this very soft rattle that is perfect for little hands to grasp on. The sound is very nice, and this is probably one of my favorite things that comes in the set. It's a booklet that goes over the milestones, what you might want to expect during this time, and also ideas on how you can do activities with your babies with the items inside the kit, and also just the ideas for you. This is a great book if you have your first baby or your baby's the only child. It's talking topics. Kind of I mentioned it's hard to come up with certain things to talk about when it's just you and your baby and aren't really responding. So that gives you kind of ideas on what you can chat about. Then there is a great crinkling bag. My kids love those crinkling things. I remember when Scarlett was a baby, she had a crinkling toy that she would chew on all the time. And there's some more black and white card sets. Babies, I still enjoy looking at those high contrasting images at that stage as well. And also a mirror. Mirror goes also in the bag. So this book is by far my favorite thing in this kit. I've already used it and you saw it in my videos. There is like squeaky toys, there's crinkling things, there's things to grab on, things to hide and open. You can put the cards in there, that's what that's for, and the mirror goes in there. So there is a lot of fun things you can do with it, and we've been using it pretty much every day, multiple times a day. This is another teething item that's a teething cloth, and it's made from organic fabric. If you guys enjoyed this video and we gave you ideas on how you can interact with your very little baby, it is a wonderful time, and soak it in. As a mom of 3, I know it will pass so quickly. I actually cannot even believe that Juliet is already almost 3 months old and I have only 9 months before she turns 1, and the months fly by so quickly. If you're looking for mommy content, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel and give this video a like if you did. All right, bye-bye.